Hey guys, how's it going? It's Greg. This video is a review of a series I used to watch on Nickelodeon. It's called catdog. A lot of you guys probably remember it. So basically, it involves the two main characters, obviously, a cat and a dog joined together. And they live in this town called Nearburg, and basically they have to overcome a whole bunch of challenges and everyday activities. Basically, Cat's the organized and educated and sophisticated one, and Dog's kind of like the wild man of the two. It's actually kind of funny. You guys should look it up on here if you haven't seen the series before. But yeah, some of the other main characters in the series are this mouse they live with named Winslow. He pretty much is the troublemaker too. Like he'll set all kinds of wacky traps for them to fall into, and he always thinks everything is so funny. Some of the other characters too are this guy named Rancid Rabbit. He plays a whole bunch of different roles in the series. One episode he's the man, one episode he's a store worker, but he's always the one that tries to give catdog the bad news. Some more characters in the series are this gang called the Greasers. Their main hobby is basically like kicking catdog's ass. Yeah. Their leader's name is Cliff. He's like the tough guy and boss. Its second member's name is Shriek. She kinda like tried to play the tough girl act, and secretly has a crush on Dog, but she never fully lets him know. I mean, there is an episode where she outright says, "I love you," but it never materializes anything like a relationship or anything. Yeah. But the third member of the gang is Lou. He's kind of like the dumbass of the group, and follows Cliff and Shriek around and does whatever they tell him to do. But yeah, some of the funny things about Dog are like he loves to garbage and chase things, and when he does, Cat always ends up getting really hurt because Dog's run so quick. Yeah. But basically, it is a good series, like all the other old ones on Nick, which I still wish were still on, to be honest. But what can you do, you know? But yeah. Yeah, and like I think the last episode of the series, there may have been a few more because apparently it ended in '05. But I don't know accurately because I always thought it ended in like 2000 or something. But that episode is like, it's kind of like their big movie. Its parents stay in Nearburg, and Dog wants to try and find their mom and dad. Cat's a bit against it at first, but Dog eventually convinces him to try, so they end up going on this big trip, and they eventually find their parents. Their mom is basically a big old giant blue monster, and their dad is like a puny frog. So yeah, they eventually find them, and their parents don't know how they got separated in a hurricane, like when they were still pups. So yeah, um, some some of the odd things in the series that I like is it it was always funny. Like there was never any serious tone about it. Like even if there was, there will always be some comical element behind it, which really made the show a good series, I think. I I don't know how well all of you guys remember all the old Nick show, but if you were born in the 90s like I was, 96, or up or 96, and maybe a few years forward from that, you know what I mean. You know all the old Nick shows, and you also know that the shows they got now are kind of subpar. But yeah, the bottom line for this one is, guys, I think catdog was a really great show. I obviously wish it was still around, but the producer decided to take another direction. Sorry to say that the direction was a poor one. But yeah, anyways, in one episode of the series, catdog finds a book or catdog reads a book about signs for the end of the world, and they borrow Winslow's telescope without him knowing, and they think they see a sign for the end of the world, and they end up telling everybody in Nuremberg, and all group of their friends or acquaintances gets together and help them build an ark. I guess it's going off of the old story of Noah's Ark, but it turns out it was just a big rainstorm, and the peanut in the telescope, which we find out when Winslow comes back home. But yeah, that about wraps up the review for this one. If you guys want to in the discussion section, tell me what you think of catdog. I know so far none of you guys have done that. I mean, that's okay, I get it, but you guys are doing the main thing I want you to do. You're watching this, and that's all that really matters to me. So as long as I even get one view, I'll be happy with that. And to those of you guys that have given me more than that, thanks a lot, guys. You guys rock. Well, that'll about do it for this one. Well, like I told you guys when I first started making videos, I won't be able to do this as often as I would like to. I'm busy with school and therapy now, because as some of you guys know, I have cerebral palsy. So that keeps me busy. Plus, I usually have a shitload of homework to do, cause like I told you guys, my head's an asshole. Yeah, so I'll try and make a new one this weekend. But yeah, when I make one, usually expect to see this scenery behind me here. I mean, it's not that I don't want to make one any more often than this. I would love to. It's finding the time to sit down and do this thoroughly where I'm not rushing. But that'll about do it for this one. And until we cross Mario paths again, have a good day and weekend. Keep on rocking, yeah!